Just give me a minute. This is Unit 3 Production Meeting 8 for our Unit 6 project. Today's date is the 15th of March 2021. My name is Lewis McIntosh, and with me are my fellow media students Amari and Sabea. And today we're going to be discussing how our final edits went and what kind of feedback each of us got, but also mention a little bit about analysis for a 1-minute film example. So what I've done for my final edit is that thankfully I managed to make the footage a lot smaller than it needs to be. I managed to get it roughly within my estimated time limit, which is about 1 minute and 2 seconds, slightly over, but thankfully it does look pretty good. And I did manage to add some background music and sound effects to the specific areas I wanted to use, and I did. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to adjust the color grading on it, but thankfully, since I've done some research on that, hopefully I could be able to improve on that for my final major project, so that way I can actually, if there's a shot of some kind that's a little bit too dark or too light or something, I can figure out a way to adjust it and grade it a bit so that way it could look better than how I want it to be. And yeah. And also, I have managed to say, one of the major feedbacks is that I noticed that some of the shots that both of you have suggested that I should include more shots of the hooded figure in it, so that way I could show he's really following him, and also just to make it more engaging and thrilling to watch, so that way it shows that he's really trying to chase the young man down, which I myself played. And yeah, I could definitely improve on that for my next project, so that way it could show both layers really, because that way it could show one side and the other. That way it makes it more thrilling and engaging to watch, and how dangerous the situation can be, Yeah. And so far for my analysis, I've decided to do the main 1-minute film that inspired me to work on this project, which was Run, which is a horror short 1-minute film. And because a lot of the elements I wanted to use in my own 1-minute film, I actually got inspired by watching this, so I thought it would be very nice. And so far I've managed to get up to basically explain how these shots are used specifically and how they are framed, and basically say what's good about it, but also what stuff I thought could be improved on, but what could be changed, since it was a major part of my inspiration. So yeah.
Well, for what I did for my final edit, I was able to add a background music to my edit, and also I also got it under 1 minute as well for my duration as well, and I got my text on there for that, the day 34, day 45, all that type of stuff as well. And yeah, so I managed to make the story make sense and stuff like that. But the one thing I didn't get to do was put all my sound effects in there. For example, for the one of the parts where the egg was meant to drop on the floor, I was meant to put a sound effect on that as well, but I wasn't able to. But the movie came out fine as well, so it was alright. But for my feedback that I got told obviously I should have added more sound effects, which is true. I could have. And what else? And there's one more thing. Forgot. I can't remember right now, but come back to me. But also, what I did for my analysis, I was watching a movie called Toast, and it's a comedy film. It's about a boy that's trying to obviously trying to make toast without using the toaster. The toaster's not working, and pretty loud. But anyway, and about the toaster's not working, and he's just trying to find other ways to do it, which is hilarious. And then all I've done now is just talk about the types of shots, techniques that they used, and Also, I've only mentioned that he's only used the 180 rule so far, so I've only got like about 200 words. So that's it so far. So, yeah, that's all I've done. There. Mike.
Oh, sorry, guys. So for my edit, I managed to, once I had a look at you guys' feedback for my rough edit, what I did was I adjusted my audio level. I did that by using the markers to drag my music down. I also noticed if I could do it again, I would have filmed more scenes, but mostly my family wise, to because like you guys said, to keep it happy and to show the communication between the family as well. So that's something I would have worked on. Um, I was quite happy the way it turned out. I was happy with the music. Do you guys think the music I used was okay?
Yeah, it was alright. It was good stuff.
It was pretty good, but I did think some of it may have been a bit too loud, but it did match like the overall style of the documentary, so I thought it was pretty good. But I just thought some of it, even though you turned it down a bit, it may have been a bit too loud for some of the voiceover dialogues. But it was pretty. It did sound pretty good.
Yeah, because I've noticed, when you put the headphones in, the music sounds different to when you take it out. It seems more louder, the music.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I thought. And most of the time I edit my music, I took the headphones out and I edit it as well. So I guess the audio level wasn't the same. And what else? Yeah, and after my rough edit, I managed to do adjust like most of my frames, add it in. I made them a bit bigger to show extreme close-ups and stuff. But I was happy the way it came out, and I managed to meet exactly 1 minute. No, well, not even over a minute longer, and that's what I was worried about the beginning of the unit as well.
That's very good, Sabah.
Thank you, guys.
No problem. And just a quick note before we end this meeting: does anybody have any issues that they want to discuss about how they're doing so far on the actual analysis for one of the films that they might need help on at all?
No, Lewis, do you need any help?
Well, I pretty much understand like each of the sections that I've got to do, and I managed to include at least the the areas where I'm going to put the screenshots in, so that way I could know exactly what shot and shot movements I'm going to be talking about. But I'm also going to make sure I apply that for my actual on the actual Wix site. I mean, I'll also put the document on the Wix site, but I'll make sure to actually place the whole thing out in a specific order for my on the actual Wix site, so that way it looks pretty good.
But if you need help, Lewis, just message me on Teams and I'll probably be able to help you out if you need any help, yeah?
No problem.
Feel free to ask.
No problem, Sabaya. Thanks for the offer anyways. Yeah.
You're welcome, Lewis.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I just said, do you want to say anything?
Oh, no, I'm alright. No, I'm fine. I don't need help.
Okay, well, guess that wraps things up. And yep, that's it for our final production meeting for our Unit 3 and Unit 6 project. And thank you all for participating.